All right. Welcome everyone as we keep the tour going, the science of getting rich, special universal edition of the science of getting rich, brought to you by NYB Publishing. We're so proud and honored to be able to bring this book to the world. It's such an exciting day for us here. We got such an exciting guest on as well. We're really starting to expand globally. This movement that we call it, the impact for good, positivity, making change, bringing that vitality, bringing energy and hope to people from all over the world through the words of this incredible book. And so I want to introduce you to our special guest today, Mr. Robert Palczyk out of Budapest, Hungary, coming in live from Budapest, Hungary today. Born and raised in Serbia, and now making your home there. Has a wife, beautiful children. Robert, we love to hear more about you because when I first learned about you and your story, I was amazed to see what you've accomplished over a quarter of a century in business, and now you got an opportunity to be one of the VIPs to get access to the science of getting rich. And today, which I don't know if most people know it, but today, Robert, the book is gone live. The ebook is live. It'll go directly to people's Kindle. The paperback is live. It's just live all the way around. So, Robert, welcome to our show today. Why don't you introduce everyone to yourself? Give us a little bit about your background. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine in this case, really. I'm 56 years old, and I have 5 kids, 5 sons. The oldest one is 31 years old, and the second 28, third is 8, and fourth is 6, and the youngest one is 1 month old. And I'm a computer programmer. And yes, I am born and raised in Serbia in 1966, and I moved to Hungary 5 years ago. Actually, my grandmothers were Hungarian, so I speak Hungarian also. Actually, I'm besides I'm computer programmer, I'm also in network marketing for 26 years. So actually, when I was 29, then I heard about network marketing and about the possibility to learn how to be successful, and we didn't learn it that in school. And actually, I think that we should, everybody should. Then I have started to read this kind of books, and I remember that because then I didn't believe in our creator. I was skeptic. I was not atheist, but I was skeptic. And when I start reading a book from Norman Vincent Peale, Power of Thinking, Positive Thinking, then I couldn't read it to the end because it bothered me to mention so many times our Creator and Bible and everything else. but I was reading other books, Napoleon Hill and Dale Carnegie and so on. So actually, I have read more than 200 books in this area, and I'm teaching people how to be successful for 26 years, and it was really big pleasure to get this book. So I have had to print it because. Because it was not good for reading in PDF on my mobile phone, and I bought also on Kindle some previous versions, so I read it in parallel and compare what you have changed in this book, and I'm very happy to see these changes, and I think that it will help people to know to find out what is the truth and to find out the right direction in our life. uh, I don't know if you think that I should say
Oh,
something more.
that's just a beautiful start. So, The Science of Getting Rich. You had read this book before. I know that you studied several books. So, you had read the book before, and now seeing the updates that we made in the book to make it more universal, a little bit more easier to understand the power of this book. What impact did the book have on you personally, Robert?
Most of things from book I knew before in last 26 years because I read a lot of things about it. It was actually when you read something or talk with somebody, you can feel if that somebody is very good in that, who understands things really. And when you in this book, I saw power and essence in every sentence. So it was hard to decide what to draw a line under the sentence. So because everything is important, and I think first day, next day when I finish book, next day I have started to teach my group about this book, and I think that this is really book which everybody have to have and to read every day. So it was interesting. I read several times in some book that you don't need any other book, and just learn this and everything will be okay. In this case, I really feel that this can be the basic book for everybody. And while I read the book, I was recalling my life and life situation, and what I have applied from all these things, and how that helped me to be successful. And while I was recalling that and reading the book, I was thinking what else I have to learn, and what else is what I can help people to understand. Because uh, as we saw, most of the people are not successful. Most of the people don't understand what is happening around them. They don't have self-confidence, then they don't have bravery which they need to be successful. And I think that this book can resolve it. It is short enough to not frighten people to not start reading, and it is long enough to tell everything you need, this essence of success. And of course we have to read another books and to teach, to think, and to apply things, but this is a great thing. And I think that I will try to organize translating this in Hungarian language and Serb
Oh,
language as soon as I can. I knew some publishers here, so my company also have published a few books from John C. Maxwell. So I will find good people, and I think that it will have big success here.
oh.
And actually, I really want to help people to wake up, to do better and more in their life.
Robert, when you said that, I know that my wife's listening in. Lane, I hope you caught that. Robert wants to get this into Hungarian, into Serbian, and maybe we can collaborate on that to be able to, to work
Yeah,
together to get this word out there because it's so critical. When he talks about in the book, and I've been saying this over and over, and I can't stress this enough. In chapter 4, he says, to be able to think the way you want to think is the first step into getting wealth, into getting rich, into having happiness and abundance. Most people, Robert, they really, have not come to grips with the fact that they are not thinking the way they want to think.
yeah,
People think because they have thoughts going through their head that it's their thoughts and that is productive for them. But as you've been able to tell over your career and watching people and most people not having success, that means they're not thinking the way they want to think. What is your take? What is your advice when it comes to what Wallace Waddle says there in chapter 4? You've got to be able to think the way you want to think, which is to think truth no matter how things look. I'd love to get your intake on that.
yeah. Actually, yeah. As I told you, when I was 29, then I realized that you can learn how to be successful, because I I think that most of people think that that you have to be born for that, and many people told me that I'm born for success and for entrepreneurship or network marketing or something, but actually nobody is born for that. It is something what or you will learn from your parents, from your family, or you can learn it later. And actually, yes, first thing what I have understand 26 years ago, that that you can change your thoughts, and you can change with that your direction. And of course you have to work, you have to apply all these things. And I think that what is beautifully explained it, and everything. Actually, he has systemized this area very well. And from that you can see that he really understood what is it all about. And actually, people have to change their thoughts. And uh, you know sometimes we forget, when we are doing with people and when we learn things, we forget sometimes the basics.
Right.
We forget the basic mistakes in people's lives. And this kind of basic book can help it, because many times I would like to help somebody, and I'm working with him and talking with him and teaching him. And I don't understand why is he so still passive, and why is he still afraid from taking a phone, or to talk with people and so on. And that's because of that fear, and we have to get back to the basic, and this book can help in it, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're talking about getting back to the basics, to be able to have a person understand, what happened from the beginning. I think I've talked to you a little bit about this, but from ages 0 to 7, our
Yeah.
subconscious minds are really formed, and you got children now. I mean, what's the ages of your children now, Robert?
The 31, 28, 8, 6, and 0.
Wow, what a big span, huh?
Yeah.
Well, my goodness, that's going to be so much incredible lessons for each one of your kids. But from 0 to 7, you didn't have any input on what went into your mind. I didn't. Your kids didn't. And so, like now, if you take your kids now, like your baby that was just born, just imagine getting all of that information. And most of your kids have had you teaching them success principles in their
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
My son is 7, but since he's been conceived, I've been telling him he can do anything. He's powerful, he's strong, he's mighty, he's wonderful. So, what's the importance of getting people early? And so, this book We really wanted to encourage people to lead by example, get the household strong, get marriages strong. How important do you think it is that we get this information to our youth like right away?
It is one of the most important thing because I was 9 like you when my parents divorced. I listened to your podcast a few days ago, and I was raised by my father. So my father was role model for me. And when I was 40 years old, I called him once and I told him that I would like to be a father to my sons like he was to me. And actually, yes, it is very important. And kids are looking to us and learning to us, and it is more important than what we are telling them. And what I want with my children is to have bigger impact on them than anything else. And actually, uh, looking around me, the world, I don't like what I'm seeing in the world. And I really want to be good role model for them, not just for them. I have one of my mentoring son here. He's living now in our apartment, and there are a lot of young people to whom we are role models. For example, for me, when I was 29, Jim Dornan was a role model, and John C. Maxwell was role model, and Bob Andrews was role model. And actually, I was reading everything from them and listening their cassette tape. It was in that time in 90s, and actually I was learning from them. And but the basic was from my father, from my family. And for example, I was 29 when I had started to learn about this. And sometimes when I was teaching people in classroom, then my son, who was maybe 5 or 6 then, he ran to me, and because I always told him that he is giving me power, and he ran to me and grabbed me and, Father, Dad, I came to give you power, a little bit power. And
Yes, yes.
actually, they were looking at that, and they were listening always when we were traveling somewhere, and when somebody was here, they were always listening. We are not aware how many things they are getting from us when we don't think that we are teaching them. That's why we really have to think about everything we are doing or talking, and the way how are we dealing with family or with other peoples, because our children are looking us. My oldest son, he didn't want to start reading these books. He was more in programming, because like father, yeah, yes. So he is like me in that area. But second son, he was maybe 16 when he started to read these books. And he was at university on psychology, business psychology. Now he's also programmer. He came back to programming, but actually he was reading many, probably more than 20 or 30 books he read when he was in high school. So I think that actually now I have more time to be with my kids, and that's one more reason to learn how to be successful, because you want to have quality time to be with your family. And as Wallace Svetlis nicely explained, that if you want your life to grow as it deserves, as it was planned by our creator, you have to be rich. You have to be rich if you want play some instrument, or to be you good athlete, or to be good in science, or everywhere else. You have to have money for that. And if we want to have impact to our children, we have to be with them and not working 10 or 12 hours per day. I'm working a lot even now, but I'm at home and I decide when will I work, and I'm going when I have to go anywhere with our children. And you have to be rich if you have to have life what our Creator has planned to you.
Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm going to read a little bit from chapter 16, and I want to get Robert's expert opinion on what Wallace is saying here. In chapter 16, I'll go over to the page 138, chapter 16, where it's highlighted there. It says, when you enter upon the creative plane of thought, you will rise above all these things and become a citizen of another kingdom. But remember that your thoughts must be held upon the creative plane. You are never for an instant to be betrayed into regarding the supply as limited or into acting on the moral level of competition. I mean, Robert, when I heard that, me being an ex-professional athlete, here's Wallace saying, you are never for an instant to get on the competitive plane again. That's only on creative. Once you do that, he says you enter another kingdom. You become a citizen of another kingdom. What does that mean to you, Robert?
Yeah, I felt guilty in this area. Actually, you know, of course, I'm 56 years old now, and I have had in my life a few ups and downs. So actually, I was not poor, too poor. It is relative, but I was not poor when I was rising up in Serbia. But then came the years of 19s when it was late 80s and early 90s years, when situation in my country was pretty destabilized, and war began in 1991. My son was born on April 15, and actually he was 6 months old when we first time were running to shelters because enemy was bombing our town. And actually after that there was hyperinflation. I was computer programmer, so it was hard to work because daily inflation were 15, 20, 50% daily inflation. So it was crazy. It was completely crazy. And actually after that, I from 1996 until 2001, I have made a good career. I was earning about 10 or 15 grand, and it was really a lot for our country. After that, after I earned 1.5 million euro. After that, I have divorced, and my wife was blocked my companies, and I felt in debt, 200,000 euro. I was in debt, in minus. And after that, and then was the accident with motorbike, and then I accepted our Creator. Then I have started to read the Bible, to read many Christian books, and to understand things better than before. And actually, after that, I again stood up, and I again earned more than 1 million or 1.5 million euro. And then again, I have down in my life my partners and problems in partners in my company and so on. So these ups and downs are teaching us to humility. And actually I learned how to depend from our Creator, how to listen Him, how to follow Him, how to looking for truth, and actually, yes, everything is in that. So in this part, I told you that I felt a little bit guilty because yes, I learned how to be humble and how to put my ego into pocket, but probably I fell in traps sometimes and try to compete with other companies, with other opportunities, and so on. And actually, I think that yes, we have to know everything, but these actually these situations are those situations when we have to look into ourselves. So most people are very good to decide what is good for other people and what should they do, and what should our government do, and our leader what should do, but he cannot see where is he guilty. And actually, I'm teaching this to everybody for a long time, that I can help you, I can give you advice, I can teach you the principles, but only you can make you successful, only you can change yourself. And that's something I understood a long time ago. And here you can see, and also while I read this book, and I will read it many times, and it is really great. I'm recommending it on my Facebook page to my colleagues. To now, for unfortunately, I have to find who speaks English, but and really I will do my best to translate it to our languages. And my wife is Russian, so I will try to find connections there also. And I have companies also in Romania, so I will talk with my leader there. So really, another thing, you know how you and I met. I saw your videos because I was looking for truth, and I was searching and looking, and I was hungry for truth, and I found your videos, and I was listening it every day for several weeks, but I didn't know your name. And actually, I was looking your Facebook page, Promote the Truth, and I was writing to everybody who liked that page or some post there, and asking, "Do you know the name of this man?" And then I saw your picture. Then I saw your picture, and I click on that, and I saw your Facebook page, Jay Noland. It sounds familiar for me, and I put in the Google. I couldn't sleep that night because I know that it cannot be the some accident by accident thing. And actually, because I'm so rational, I'm choleric, melancholic, and I know that our Creator are speaking to us on that language that we can understand. So that's the way how I understand that there is a Creator, and start reading Bible and things about Bible, and so that it cannot be by accident everything. And I have had in last many years many messages from our Creator, and he is speaking to me like this. So he brings me that situation which cannot be by accident, accidental thing. So actually, and after that, since then, I don't know exactly how many months is passed since we met, but I'm listening every day your teaching, because I didn't find any source for this quantity of truth. And I talked with
I like
my
that quantity of truth. Just
yeah,
no more games. Just say, what is it?
yeah,
Just say the truth in the world. Period.
yeah. So it is great. And really everybody who wants to read this book, you cannot change your thinking fast. So what you were thinking for decades, you cannot change it by reading one book. And there was few books which I read a few times. Okay, so from I don't know, George Girard, for example, Tom Hopkins, Napoleon Hill, and so on. Dale Carnegie, I read it at least 4 times. So there are few books which you have to read a few times, and this one you have to read as many times as you need in order to accept everything from this, because I couldn't find one thing that is not important here. One thing, okay?
I know. It's like
Yeah,
it's like you said, Robert. You're reading and you want to go through it, but you're scratching so many notes and you're highlighting and underlining. I'm gonna catch this
yeah,
one part here. I want to get your take on this too. So we've handled. We got to get off the competitive plane. You being, in direct sales, you know how competitive it is. In professional sports, you know how competitive. It's so competitive. And when we're competitive, people go, "What do you mean?" When you compete, you act like there's not enough.
yeah,
But
yeah.
once you understand the principles in this book, it's an unlimited supply. So check this out. I want to get your take. Still in the same chapter 16. He says, "Do not concern yourself with questions as to how you shall surmount obstacles which may loom upon your business horizon, unless you can see plainly that your course may be altered today in order to avoid them. No matter how tremendous an obstruction may appear at a distance, you will find that if you go in the certain way talked about in this book, it will disappear as you approach it." Man, or that a way over, through, or around it will appear. No possible combination of circumstances can defeat a man or woman who is proceeding to get rich along strictly scientific lines. No man or woman who obeys the law in this book can fail to get rich any more than one can multiply 2 by 2 and fail to get 4. Give no eight. Now think about this, Robert. I can't wait to get your take on this. I can't wait to get this. That's right. Get you a good drink of water because we're gonna need Robert to bring some serious heat on this. Here we go. Wallace Waddle says, "Give no anxious thought to possible disasters or obstacles or panics." What are we dealing with in the world today, right? Or unfavorable combination of circumstances. It is time enough to meet such things when they present themselves before you in the immediate present. And you will find that every difficulty carries with it the wherewithal for its overcoming. Guard your speech. Never speak of yourself or your affairs or anything else in a discouraged or discouraging way. Never admit the possibility of failure or speak in a way that infers failure, or as a possibility. Never speak of times as being hard or business conditions being doubtful. Times may be hard and business doubtful for those who are on the competitive plane, but they can never be so for you. You can create what you want, and you are above fear. Come on, Robert. Talk to us about what he's saying here.
Oh, okay. Actually, yes. These are great thoughts and great truths. And actually, I I personally didn't struggle with this issue in my life so much. Uh, and what I learned in my life, especially since I have accepted our Creator, and then start again thinking about to another way. Actually, actually, I think that yeah, fear is a great problem, but sometimes the problem is that we always want to do the things on our ways, and uh, many times we try to force our Creator to do things how we think it should be done. And actually we have to learn, I think, that our Creator knows better than we what is good for us, what is good path for us. And we have to accept it, have to recognize it, we have to do everything we have to do in right time, on right way. And of course, fear. As I told you, I didn't struggle with that a lot. Probably because this part of the right a certain way, I received from my father. I received from my father. He was encouraging me always. I was good in sports, in motorbikes, I was a good student and so on, in mathematics, and I have a lot of success. So, but of course, there was places and situations when I thought that I'm not good enough. For example, I thought that this what I'm doing now, that I'm not born from this and I'm not good in this. I thought that I'm good in mathematics and everything else, but it was crazy. When I have exam in person on university, I was very bad. I was so afraid that sometimes I couldn't tell a few good sentence, and actually, yes, that's one part. That's really one part where people have to develop, and where have to believe that there is endless possibility, and that our Heavenly Father is above everything. He sees everything. He understands everything. He knows what is the best for us, and actually that sometimes some failures are necessary in order to go strong, to go stronger, and to correct things, when because sometimes we don't want to change ourselves when everything is good. Sometimes we are not enough humble. Sometimes we are not grateful enough, that is also one important message in book, and a part which I have understood on very hard way, in very hard situation. But I have million examples in my life. Um, 2 years ago, when COVID misery have started, actually I saw what is going on, because my good friend has PhD in medicine, and I know about things a lot, and I saw that this is not good. I saw that a lockdown will destroy small entrepreneurs and middle men's, and my business it was in danger also. So actually I made a deficit of 50,000-60,000 bucks in last 2 years in my business, and actually it was so hard every day, but I was praying and fasting, and I was every morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. and before my kids wake up, and my family, I was listening teachings, and I was examining history. I wanted to find out what is happening, what was in the past, and so on. And actually, I was forced to depend from our Heavenly Father, and I was calm. I was completely calm. I was looking to difficulties completely in peace, and I know that I have to learn something. Things has to happen. It is not right time. I was looking, I was listening. When I was fasting, I sometimes have had dreams, and I know how to decide what is biblical dream and what is not. And I was listening. I was asking for directions from our Heavenly Father, and I have received it. And actually, I have had so bad experiences in these 2 years, but every difficulty brought better possibilities,
Wow.
better connections, better actually bad people went away from my life, and I saw who is real friend, real leader, who is with me when it is hard, and when we received the much better opportunity, when I saw that this is that what I saw in my dream 2 years ago, and now it is much better. And now when I see look into last 2 years, I saw that every difficulty was there because I need it. Because without that difficulty, I wouldn't receive this opportunity.
So
So
you went through it, and now all of a sudden you're flourishing.
yeah, that's right, exactly.
So now the money's coming in, the more relationships are coming in,
Yeah,
more opportunities, more. I feel the same way. In wrapping this up, Robert, it's been such a powerhouse
yeah,
interview. Just to let you spill, I want everyone to just, we're hitting from multiple parts of the world. Who would think that we could just come in, hit a button, and be live? I'm all the way here in Florida, in the United States of America. You're all the way there in Budapest, Hungary, and we're here together. So in
yeah.
wrapping this up, bringing this to a close, so because we know your time, I know you're getting back to work. What is it that you would advise people about this book? What we've been able to do here with this new book, this new version, The Science of Getting Rich, MYB Special Universal Edition. Do you encourage this? I mean, what is your recommendation in regard to this new book we put out, and any parting words you'd like to be able to share with our viewers?
Well, in last 26 years, I'm teaching people how to be successful. And actually, 2 weeks ago, I sometimes told people that, okay, uh, you cannot make everybody successful, and maybe some people are not born to be successful. But now I tell everybody that everybody can be successful. With this knowledge, with these principles, everybody have to be and can be successful. And actually, I try to convince everybody who I know that he should use this $1 offer to buy book as soon as they can, as I heard it will be next 5 days. Of course, after that, it will not be so high price as it is what he can achieve with this book. So actually, you actually, I was in good mood, and I was happy. And as you told me, you mentioned now, I'm really now with new baby in home. I'm completely out of myself as from happiness. But now this is, as I told you, it is my honor and privilege to be with you now, and to get this copy before others got this copy. And I, of course, I'm recommending this for everybody. I will probably buy few 5 or 10s, and sometimes I will give away it, as I usually do when I have some good book. And of course, I will do my best to help translate this in other languages. And actually, I from John C. Maxwell, I'm certified trainer in John C. Maxwell team. And when I was there in Florida on certification, then actually I went there just to have right to teach those teachings, because he really has the best books about leadership. And actually his philosophy is to find leaders who will build and find another leader. So because we really need leadership in every area and every level of our lives. And actually, I'm happy that soon I will have even more people to whom I can influence, and I will use this book. I will use this book, and of course I will use everything you will do with this book, and trainings, and of course your teachings about the truth.
Beautiful, Robert. It's so beautiful. We got a whole bunch of things that are happening that are rolling out at the same time over the next couple of weeks. Make sure you go to getsogr.com, getsogr.com. You can see it there. You can also scan that QR code. Look up in the top right-hand part of your screen. If you take your smartphone and you put it on your camera, that'll take you directly to the website. So that little QR code will take you directly to the website. You got 99 cents to get the ebook for this short period of time, just a few more days. Have everybody you know get a copy, 99 cents, everyone in your area. We're making a big push today over the next couple of days, and then the price is going up. The paperback is available on Amazon. We're going to have it available around the world, multiple distribution points in Australia, in Europe, in Asia. So get ready. And we've been so blessed today to have Robert Palczyk to be able to share his knowledge, his love, his passion. As you can tell, he's full of authenticity and passion and love. So Robert, thank you so much for joining us today. We send all of our love and all of our appreciation to you there in Budapest, Hungary. And we can't wait to be able to hear from you again.
Thank you for being here. And greetings from Budapest to everybody.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. How would you say goodbye to everyone in Hungarian?
Viszontlátásra mindenkinek.
All right, there we go. Global, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Take care.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.